Welcome to this week's Table Talk with your host, Diamond and Silk.
Yes.
Silk girl.
Yeah.
It's been a long week, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been a long week.
And we are getting ready, you all, for the wintry weather here.
Yes.
We are having some wintry weather here, right here in North Carolina. And I got my nice little mug.
Yes.
My little Stump for Trump mug.
She got the Stump
with me
for
some
Trump.
nice hot tea, baby, so I can get ready for the event.
Okay.
See, in North Carolina, when you from the South,
yes,
we have to get ready for the event. We have to go grocery shopping. We have to buy up all this food.
Bread
even though
milk.
even though the event is only gonna last probably for a day.
For a day.
And I know the Northerners, they don't understand. Like, wait, we get snow all the time.
Right.
If they talk about snow,
yes,
everybody is at the grocery store.
Yeah. Oh,
you done
yes.
seen Aunt Jessie May,
yes,
Auntie Becky.
Yes.
You done seen everybody you ain't seen in years at the grocery store getting ready for the event.
Yeah.
And we got our Stuff for Trump mug. And listen, you all, this make a nice Valentine's Day gift.
Yes,
ain't they so pretty?
This
is a healthy, beautiful mug. It makes a nice Valentine's Day gift. And I like the fact that it's made in the USA.
Made in the USA.
Made in the USA, baby. So listen, y'all want to purchase this mug? Just go right there to the Diamond and Silk store, diamondandsilkstore.com. And hey, you can purchase it right there.
Right there.
And you get 30% off all the way up to Valentine's Day.
That's right.
Stump for Trump, baby.
Stump for Trump,
baby. And speaking of Stump for Trump, baby,
yes,
who was stumping for him, Silk? Who was stumping for him?
Girl, we had the beautiful Miss Sarah Palin stumping for Donald J. Trump.
Girl, okay. So it was, they kept announcing, is this thing going? Yeah. They kept announcing. I can see a dot blinking. They kept announcing. He had something to tell us. Yeah. I'm like, well, what is it that he got to say? Yeah. I'm trying to find out through sources. What is it? Yes. And then finally it broke. Yeah. Sarah Palin would be endorsing. Yes. I said, oh my God, let's see. And girl, when she came out there and gave her speech. Yes. First of all, I thought she looked absolutely beautiful. She was beautiful. Sarah Palin is a pretty woman.
Yes,
She's a beautiful woman. And honey, I like her frisky.
Yes.
I like her style.
Yes.
And I like the fact that it's like she talks off the just bam. Yes. This is what it is. Yes. And baby, when she said "Stump for," are you ready to stump for Trump?
I said yes. We stumped for
I said yes, baby. Yes. She on the right team. We ready to stump for Trump.
And I love the way that Mr. Trump stood back and he let her be herself. Her true self.
That's what we love about Mr. Trump. That's what we love about Donald Trump.
Yes.
He'll do it he will step back and just let you do you.
Let you do you.
And I think she did an amazing job. I think that she's going to be very great for the campaign, on the campaign trail. Yes. That was a very good endorsement.
Yes, it was.
And I think that she's going to be able to pull the conservatives, those grassroots conservatives, and the evangelicals, you know, because she's a conservative, you know. So kudos. Kudos. Yes. Sarah, we love you, girl.
Welcome aboard.
Yes, and remember when she interviewed us?
Yes,
she was so nice then.
Yes.
She's lovely now.
Yes.
And you all, yes. I like the fact that she's stumping for Trump.
That's right.
I love that.
That's right.
So kudos to now, hey, there was some conservatives that didn't like it. Okay. They were part of, I guess, the Ted Cruz camp. They were very upset
that they're entitled. They're entitled to their opinion.
They were upset that she endorsed Donald and not Ted Cruz.
Okay.
And you know, and some of his supporters is even mad with us.
Oh, well, okay.
Listen, okay, now let's just get to it.
Let's get to it.
We have never, ever, we don't ever remember saying nothing about no Ted Cruz.
Never. Never.
See, here's my thing.
Here's the thing.
Let me tell you what messed him up.
What messed him up?
Months ago, you all, I want to say probably in September or October. It may have been there because we put a video out about Cruz. Remember?
I remember.
When he was on that radio show?
Yes.
And he basically said that Donald Trump will not
exactly what he said.
And that right there, see, one thing y'all gonna know about Diamond.
Yes, honey. I know this.
I never forget. I never forget. When he said that.
I remember that.
When he said that.
TikTok.
I thought he was stabbing him in the back then. But I didn't say nothing.
No.
Even when we made that video about him trying to cruise off of Donald Trump's platform.
Exactly, I remember that.
We didn't say nothing. And we thought, we knew, we looked at Donald Trump. Donald Trump really liked it, Ted Cruz.
Yes,
okay, he liked it. So we just said, okay, he liked this guy. When we know, because he was a liar.
That's right.
He was a liar.
We saw that.
We saw the lie.
Yes.
We saw the lie.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And then now everyone is saying, oh, Donald Trump shouldn't be attacking Ted Cruz. Wait a minute. Donald Trump didn't attack Ted Cruz.
No, he didn't.
Donald Trump was asked a question by the Washington Post, the Washington Journal, one of them. Was it Washington Post? About Ted Cruz's birthday.
That's right.
So Donald Trump said, well, hey, I don't know. And so Donald Trump was telling him, man, you need to go do this. Because the Democrats is going to use this against you.
That's right.
Oh, but no, not Ted. Not old Ted the man. What Ted did, he got defensive. He went on the offense.
That's what he did.
That's what he did. Yeah. And now look. And not only that, he's also tied to these banks.
Yes, he is.
Okay?
Yes, he
Whenever
is.
you take $1 million to fund your campaign, they done gave him that money, girl. So this is what they're doing.
What they doing?
They done gave him that $1 million.
Yeah.
He don't pay that $1 million back.
Yeah.
But if you become president, you give me all kinds of kickbacks.
Oh, kickbacks.
And then we have a lot of Ted Cruz supporters talking about he support the Constitution. Okay? But how can he support the Constitution when he's tied to these bank institutions? He's not going to be able to support the Constitution.
Can't do that.
He's not going to be able to do it.
Can't do it.
And then he's tied to these super PACs. And y'all think Diamond and Silk? Diamond and Silk ain't going to call it out.
That's right.
We got to call this out.
That's right.
We will call it out. We will call it out. What's your thoughts, Silk?
Well, my main thought is this. People need to understand that we're looking for a president, not a pastor. Or
a president, not a preacher man.
Not a preacher man. We ain't looking for that.
We want the businessman. We want the businessman, baby.
That's my thought.
Yes.
My thought too. Yes.
So Ted Cruz has never been a fan of mine, you all, ever. Not one time. None of us.
We just been kind of sitting.
We've been silent because Donald Trump, he even said, hey, one day this could possibly be my running mate right here, my vice president.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
Yeah.
If this is going to be your vice president, your vice president can't have no kind of flaw like that where somebody can come back and fight him on it.
Can't have that.
And I'm sorry, Cruz supporters. I'm sorry if we threw a dagger in what you all, but I don't see Ted Cruz ever being able to be Donald Trump vice president if he don't go get that birther situation taken care of.
He got to get that taken care of, but it's a lot more stuff he got to get taken care of too.
What is it, Sil? Go ahead, girl. Say it.
If he don't have his financial house in order, he don't have his citizenship house in order, and if he don't have his qualification house in order, then it's going to be a big disorder in the White House. That's all I got to say to him.
So he got to have his financial house in order. His citizenship house in order.
Citizenship house in order.
What's the next one?
His qualification
house in order.
It got to be in order.
It's got to be in order because if it's not in order,
it's going to be a disorder.
It's going to be a disorder in that White House.
That's all I got to say. Yes, ma'am.
So listen. So and we have a lot of people, a lot of viewers that plays for the other team.
Yeah.
But they I guess they love
and
us.
they can play for the other team.
But don't think you're going to sway us.
That's right.
And don't think that we going to let Ted Cruz get away with lying like this. Because he said that if y'all looking for someone that's tied to these interests and these donors and these lobbyists, I'm not your guy.
That's right.
He's tied to all of that.
Exactly.
And you know what?
Why?
He's not my guy.
That's right.
And how can people be upset with us for calling him out and telling the truth about this stuff?
And that's what he said.
And that's what he said.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
And we already told y'all, when you come for the Donald, we gonna come for you.
We gonna come for you.
Bottom line.
We gonna come for you. And that's what we did. We had to come for him, girl. And we... Oh, don't y'all be mad.
Okay, don't be mad at us. We still love y'all.
And we love Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin, thank you, baby, for stumping for Trump. And I love when she said, are you all stumping for Trump? And hey, Sarah, I'm going to send you one of these mugs.
Yes.
I'm going to send you a Stump for Trump mug so you can drink out of it too.
Yes, Sarah. Yes.
Okay, you all. Okay, speaking of these politicians that's corrupt, you know the 13-hour Benghazi movie came out last week.
Yes.
And last weekend, and we went to see it.
We went to see
it.
on opening day. Yes.
Oh, you all, listen. Let me just tell you this here.
Tell us.
Hillary Clinton need to go somewhere and sit down.
Fastly.
Yes. Now, the movie came out.
Yes.
We went to see it.
Yes.
I didn't want to eat a meal before we went to see it so my stomach wouldn't be queasy, you know, because sometimes I like to eat queasy foods.
Yes.
So we decided to go to the movie theater, and we got a nice big bag of popcorn, buttery popcorn.
Butter.
Yes, because she had it butter layered.
Yeah.
The butter was so layered, it had me strangled. Would be a bottle of water. And we sat all the way up at the top, you all, so we can just see the full view.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And when the movie came on, it says that this is based on a true story.
That's what it says.
So so you was really drawn in.
Yes.
And from the time that movie started until it ended,
yes,
we were drawn in.
Straight to
Honey, I was mad. One eyebrow going up. I was ticked off.
Yes.
I didn't know how to be. Yes. Because I couldn't believe that we have CIA agents there and nobody. Where is the United States? And we are supposed to be the biggest, most powerful country on the earth?
Yes.
That is a problem. Yes. That is a problem.
They should have what they need before they leave. Meaning, if they know they're about to go into hostile territory, whatever they need should already be available. It should already be there.
Absolutely. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Now, the CIA, our CIA now is disputing claims of the stand down order in the film. If you watch the film, somebody was like, stand down, stand down. He didn't want them to go, but they're disputing that that happened.
Okay.
But listen, you got people that lived through the situation and they're telling the story from their lens.
That's right.
And so we can't call those people liars. Because they're telling the story
and they were
from
there.
their lens, and they were there. We can't do that. See, people don't want to make themselves look bad, look bad. Listen, I thought the CIA agents or everyone that handled it, I thought they were very courageous.
Exactly.
To go in hostile territory like that.
Well, I really, Diamond, want to just take one quick moment and thank the men and the women for going into hostile territories, the ones that go in and basically fight for our protection, for our rights. For Americans. I mean, kudos to you all.
CIA agents, our military, our veterans.
Everybody.
All of you all.
That does that goes.
That protects us.
Yes. You take your life and put it on the line, basically, on the front lines, so that we can be able to have some freedom here, over here in the States. You know, I really want to say thank you. And I appreciate that.
Right.
That was a big eye-opener to see that. Those men and women have to go through all of that for the sake of protecting us. Yeah, right. You know?
And that's why when it comes to our military personnel, our veterans, our agents, they need to be taken care of. We can't leave them over there riding dirty. And listen, who was responsible? And I know people don't like to hold people accountable, but I'm sorry. Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State.
At the time, yes.
President Obama was the president.
Yes.
I do not think if there was a Donald Trump in office, he wouldn't have got a minute's of rest because he would have been on the phone.
Yes.
Get this helicopter down there.
Yes.
Get them as much ammunition and power, whatever they need.
Whatever they need.
We need somebody that's going to work for people.
Yes.
And these people, Hillary Clinton already said she was at home on the phone talking to her daughter. That's what she said. She said what she was doing.
Well, we'll see what these emails reveal.
Yeah,
we'll see what that will reveal. You know, these are heroes and sheroes that was out there. And they should have been given exactly what they needed for this particular cause. I am really disappointed.
Yes.
In the United States or whomever was responsible for that Hillary Clinton. I am really disappointed.
I was almost embarrassed. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah. And even at the end, no American plane. Nothing came for the people of Benghazi. Nothing came for the ambassador died. Along with 3 more other people. They died. Or was it 4 more? Oh, excuse me. 4 Americans the U.S. ambassador died in that crisis. And I'm just like, if you all don't see, this is why this system is corrupt.
It's corrupt.
It is.
It's corrupt.
It needs to be changed.
Yes.
And we need to now start, it needs to be something where if you are elected into anything,
yes,
this is what you have to work for the need of people.
That's right.
And I'm sorry, your job, you may not get a lot of sleep working your job.
May not.
Because you got to be up and alert to see what's going on.
That's right.
You don't want to fight for these jobs, and you fight to get in office, and you don't do anything.
And you don't do anything.
And I believe, but here, they did not mention Hillary Clinton in this movie.
Right.
And some people, some of the people, the CIA agents or the ones that were going through this here, that sort of gave their story, they didn't want this movie to be political. Okay?
There you go.
And so the deal is this. You drew us in when you told us it was based on a true story.
That's right.
And so I was focused from the time it started to the time it ended.
Yes.
And when you tell me this was based on a true story about our people being over in a country where people are shooting and trying to kill them, and we don't have anybody from the U.S. protecting them, I'm sorry if you think this is being politicized, but listen, I'm looking at hold out.
Yes.
Who responsible for this?
Who's responsible?
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So they can't be upset about that.
Exactly.
They can't be upset about that.
Who sent them there?
They can't be.
Somebody knew that they were going to be there.
Somebody knew, and it should have been money.
Exactly.
It should have been, if this jump off, you all have what you need. You don't leave people out there riding dirty by themselves, and then you sitting at home talking to somebody on the phone about it. Mm-hmm. And you are responsible for it.
That's right.
So I'm sorry, that's how I feel about that.
Especially when we take a lot of money and send it across the river there to help other people's infrastructure.
With Iran, they got 150 billion. Mm-hmm. They got 150 billion, and they did release our hostages. And you know what? Mm-hmm. But we had to release their, and we call them hostages because they had them locked up for no reason. And we had to release seven. But here's the deal. I think that was based on the fact that Donald Trump crowd loud about it.
Oh yes.
How dare you make a deal? Yes. And these people still have our people over there.
That's right.
How dare you do that? And made them think about some things. Mm-hmm. I love it. I think that's what I love about our man. Yeah. He running the show.
Yeah.
he ain't the president yet.
Been elected
and he be running things. Yes. I love it. That's what a shot caller do. A shot caller and a baller, baby. Yes. Speaking of this movie, what do you think about Jada Pinkett saying for all black people to boycott the Oscars?
Well, what I think is this. I know that somebody said, is it going to be segregation or integration? But I said, how about let it be peace and harmony? We always take different instances when we're upset about it. And the first thing that a lot of black people do is play the race card. That's the first thing that they do is say this person is being racist, that person is being racist because they're not having it their way. I think that it is really time for us to look past the color line and get in line so that we can see what's really going on. And then we can become part of it to help change it. Right. But as long as we sit back and throw stones and call it and throw race cards and we're not going to get nothing done, and it's going to remain divisive.
Right. I agree. Yeah. Listen, I'm like this here. They want Chris Rock. Some black people are asking for Chris Rock to step down from hosting the Oscars.
What?
Because to prove a point that he should be boycotting the Oscars. I disagree with that. Chris Rock, make your money.
That's right.
Because let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You can mess around and you can give up on your gig if you want to.
That's right.
Because black people gonna sit back, they will laugh at you, and they will talk about you like a dog.
Like a dog.
That's what they would do.
Exactly.
Now, I am not for boycotting the Oscars because our brother, that's African American, Chris Rock is gonna be on that stage.
Exactly.
So that's why we need to watch it.
Exactly.
And I'm like this here.
Yeah.
If you should make change, you don't fight change. Okay?
That's right.
And I think that people should get together. Okay. Well, there's not enough diversity and transparency. How do we bring that in?
But we can't do it if we're sitting here looking at where I'm black, you're white, you're black, I'm white, and we can't do this. We're going down the wrong road. We got to be able to do it collectively together.
Together, you all. Together.
Yes.
And when you say boycott, what you just did was you separated yourself.
Yep.
So you just segregated your own self.
You segregated your own self.
And you know what?
That's right.
Why do we...
Come on.
African Americans is good at that.
That's what
some African Americans, because a lot of them is waking up.
Yeah, we got a lot waking up.
But this is what they will do. They will take...
Yep.
And Donald Trump tax plan policy is going to work for everybody across the board. But then I hear some, well, what is he going to do for the African American community? Well, he done laid out his plan.
Right.
His plan is for all Americans. Why are you separating yourself from the plan?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm seeing in our communities. Yes. We separate ourselves like we deserve something different. If the plan is going to be good
for all Americans,
why do we need something different from the plan? We are part of the plan.
But see, when we take and do that, like you say, we separate ourselves and then we make ourselves feel like, okay, we're different from that. And when you do that, that's division.
That's right.
That's division.
So we can't say they are doing something. Wait a minute. If we're part of it.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the Oscars, I think they said there may be 4 or 5 white old men judging it. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's been going on for a while.
For years.
Okay. The things are changing.
Yeah.
Systems are changing.
Exactly.
Okay. So how do we all come to the table?
Yes.
Because the head of the Oscars is a black woman. So we got somebody at the table. Listen.
Yes.
How do we make this more transparent?
Exactly.
How do we bring in diverse? How do we make sure everybody? Let's come up with a different system.
Yes.
Since it's been this system all this long, how about if we all get together, come up with a different system on how we judge movies so that people can be validated for whatever they're doing?
Exactly.
You know?
But when you keep looking through the lens of racism, that's all you're going to see.
Or the lens of victimization.
That's all you're going to see. A lot of white people saying to black people, you're racist. I see more black people saying to white people, you're racist.
Right. Yeah. And I'm sorry, black people. I love y'all. Y'all know I love you.
Yeah.
And we got to tell y'all the truth.
The naked truth.
We're not victims.
No, we're not.
We got to stop that.
Yes.
Don't boycott the Oscars.
No.
Because you have our brother, Chris Rock.
Yes.
That's part of the African American community that's on the stage.
That's right.
And then we have our sister that's over that has
all this. How many millions of dollars have Jada Pinkett made from doing the movies that she's done?
Well, yeah, that's true.
And then for everybody to say, okay, Chris, you need to get off of there so that
I disagree with that.
Chris, you'll be a fool.
Don't do
something
it.
like that.
Chris Rock hosts the Oscars.
That's right.
And then what you do, baby, do what you do best.
That's
joke
right.
about it. Joke about it and have us laughing.
Have us laughing.
But this is going to bring about change. But boycotting, well, we done already boycotted everything. And what does that get us?
We done boycotted. We done went off. We done shot up. We done burned down. Look, it's time for us to
not come to the table.
Hello.
Hey, I think this is how we need to do this here to change.
It's time to support.
That's right.
We need to start supporting. Period.
That's right.
Each other. Not just because of skin color.
Not just because.
That's right,
girl. I love it. Got off the Oscars, girl. Yeah. You heard what was happening up there in Flint.
Ooh.
You heard that? Here's my deal.
Here's the deal.
Anything that looks like tea coming out of your water fountain could be pee. It could be pee. I know I would not have drank in that water. It looked like tea. Tea, I would have thought pee. What them people did, you know where they got their water from? Themselves. As soon as they flush their toilet, if you want some water, go pee. And cut your faucet on, and bam, there it was. There it was.
Oh, my
Honey,
goodness.
no, I wouldn't have drank it. I would have had the water. You know how you had a water can where you have your little thing and you put your water? I would have been using that kind of water.
But, okay. Let's get down to it. First off, whenever they switch the water system.
Right.
What about going through the proper process? There's a process that you're supposed to go through before you do this, right?
I thought you're supposed to test the water to make sure that sewer is not like water.
Y'all look like and the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, where were they?
People are not. You know what, sis? People are just sitting. I called you sis.
Okay.
People are just sitting up. These people that's in this power, they just sitting up getting a check. They not worried about what people are drinking or not. They don't care about how people living in impoverished neighborhoods, how people are not able to get what they need. They just sitting up getting their check until somebody called them out on their stuff.
Well, you know what? Sad. It's 2 years worth of calling out that's going to be going on. Because what we see on the TV, right?
Yes.
We see the residents, okay? But then I started thinking, this morning I was getting myself all done, getting ready for table talk. And then I started thinking, okay, wait a minute. Don't they have restaurants there? Don't they have to cook with water?
All that water is tainted.
Yeah. What about the hospitals?
And it have lead in it too.
It have lead
and
in it.
people are coming down with a type of pneumonia from that from drinking that water. You had about 89 cases of people with pneumonia from just drinking that type of water.
So imagine if they're in a hospital. Okay, they're taking medication or getting medication, and that water, that tainted water, is involved.
Imagine the people that's taking chemotherapy or taking medications that suppresses their immune system.
Imagine going to a dentist's office and that water you have to put in your mouth or whatever.
Ain't nothing but pee.
Listen, it's not pee.
No,
but
listen. Why is it brown, girl? Why is it brown? It look like tea.
Yeah.
If it looked like tea coming out of your faucet, it could be pee.
Well, I'm trying to imagine the broth in the chicken. When I go to the restaurants, I mean,
what is it really broth?
Is it soup? Look at the soup. You just never ever know. And then these people got a very big problem on their hand, Diamond. A very big problem.
They have a very big problem on their hand, and you know what? They're calling for the governor. Governor, what is his name?
His name is Rick Snyder.
Rick Snyder.
Yes.
They're calling for Governor Rick Snyder to step down.
Well,
and here's the deal. I think all of them should step down.
I think they should be made to drink the water.
Drinking day in and day out. Just drinking water.
Give them a 2-year period where they have to drink that
all
water.
They drink is that water. And let us see how you feel about it.
Exactly. And so now with this lead poisoning, it's an irreversible effect because of the water system that they're drinking.
Right.
It's like, okay, now what do you do? Then look at the people that could have possibly died or will be dying. This is a mess. Then the pipes. This water got to run through the pipes in the houses, in the restaurants.
They should have tested it. Why wasn't the water tested?
So they can go through the filtering process right now to clear the water out. They can do that right now. But that lead is still in the pipes.
But you know what? These people supposed to have, they have all of this book sense and don't have common sense. Because if you gonna get water for people to consume and drink, humans,
yes.
Why wouldn't you test that first to make sure? That's because you sitting up there collecting your check and you don't give a darn
that's somebody that's not caring about the need because they wanted to save money. They changed and switched the system to the Flint system to save money.
Yeah.
But they have lots and millions and billions of dollars to send across the river.
Right.
To take and help somebody else's infrastructure.
Right.
But won't even help your own.
It won't even help your own.
What kind of stuff is that?
I tell you, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Now they are finally getting bottled water up there, but how are they going to wash? Do they wash in that water? Listen, this is a crisis that's going on.
Yes.
I think President Obama sent some millions up there, a few $1 million up there. They're calling this a state of emergency up there in Flint, Michigan when it comes to the water. And
imagine if you went to a cookout at your girlfriend's house who lived in Flint, Michigan.
You were drinking that water. You were cooking with it. You were doing all that with that water. And they say it's lead, you all. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I'm glad. I'm glad I don't see that come out of my faucet. Or I would have been down there at wherever I needed to go.
They didn't smell anything. You don't think they?
They probably did, and I think people kept complaining, and they tried to convince people that the water is okay. The water is okay.
Okay, Diamond, we're gonna get off of this. But what about the money that they paid for the water? Their water bill every month for 2 years. Do they get that money back?
They don't get that money back. And if you don't pay your water bill, I think they cut you off. They just go ahead and cut you off. Because people didn't want to pay the water bill no more. They're telling them you have to pay your water bill. But I will cut it off. I will cut it all off. I think they should give those residents free water for as long as they tapped into the Flint, Michigan.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
If y'all don't want to fire the governor, then what y'all do, Give everyone that lives in Flint, Michigan, free water.
Exactly.
How long was y'all hooked up to that river?
Yes.
To that sewer dump?
It was a sewer.
Because that water was brown.
Yes.
It wasn't dirt in that water.
It wasn't dirt.
There wasn't nothing but pee.
There wasn't nothing but pee.
Y'all give all of those citizens.
Yes.
Give them all free water.
Free water.
Give them free water for a couple of years. They don't have to pay no
and
water
then they're
bill.
going to have to go ahead on and give them some free health care.
They're going to have to give them some free health care.
They're going to have to be checked out because...
you don't have to give them free health care.
What?
You want to make sure that you provide them services that's free to them. That's right. To check out their health.
I like that.
To check out their health. To make sure, and if they have lead poisoning and have to be treated, they should be responsible.
I like that ideal better.
Yeah, they should be responsible for it.
That's right.
Yeah, they should be responsible for it.
And they should be made to pay for it.
And they should be made to pay for it. Not no taxpayers. And you gonna learn. Don't have people drinking that kind of water.
I wonder, was he drinking this water?
No, he probably was. He probably living in the suburb. He may have been. I think I saw him. Somebody on the news. They said that people were blowing this out of proportion. No. If I get up right now and cut my water faucet on and some brown coming out of it, I'm calling somebody, the city, somebody listen. Something is coming out of something is coming out of my pipes.
That's right.
And it don't look clear.
That's right.
It look rusty.
Yes. Something wrong with the
something
pipes.
wrong? No, ain't nothing wrong with the pipes. There's something wrong with where this water is coming from. And I believe we had a lot of citizens complaining, but they tried to say, oh no, it's nothing wrong. No, don't worry about it. That's what they tried to do, girl.
And brown water coming out the pipe.
Yes. Okay, well, who goes into that bowl of stupid this week?
Well, honey, this week, Diamond, who goes into the bowl of stupid this week is the governor of Flint, Michigan, Mr. Rick Snyder.
Yes, Rick.
Yes, Rick.
Baby, you go into the bowl of stupid.
Yes.
You go into the bowl of stupid.
Yes.
The reason why you go into the bowl of stupid is because you got to be out of your mind.
Yes.
To have as much book sense as you have.
Yes.
Then to have people drinking that water from that river.
That dirty water.
That dirty water. And you know good and well it was full of lead.
Yes.
And me and Silk think it could have been pee.
I think it could have been something else. We could with an S and end with a T.
So for that, you go into the bowl of stupid.
That's right.
And if you don't want to work for people of Flint, Michigan, then step down.
Step down.
Because they don't need someone that's going to keep feeding them.
Yes.
That word that start with the S and end with a T.
I love it.
Get that bowl out of here, Silk. Get it on out of here.
Bye. Bye.
Oh my God, what a great show today, look, y'all.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. And hey, don't forget to visit the Diamond and Silk Store, diamondandsilkstore.com.
That's right.
And pick you up one of these nice mugs. 30% off all the way up to the Valentine's Day holiday. Make a great gift for Valentine's Day. Or because we're getting all this wintry weather, especially on this side, up to D.C., Maryland. Get you a nice cup, mosey up with it, drink you some hot tea and some hot cocoa, and just let the snow fall, baby. Yes. Let it fall. Let it fall. Also, you all who nominate somebody to go in that bowl of stupid. Don't forget to send it to diamondandsilk.com. And we'll get it.
Exactly.
And baby, we'll let you all know next week who goes in the bowl of stupid.
That's right.
In between time and in the meantime. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay warm, safe, and out of the snow. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.